Okay, gang, welcome back on Monday. Just wanted to review how to get to the website. You go to the Kearney School District site, hover over staff, click on teacher websites. When it pulls up, we're not going to Kearney Junior High yet. We're going to Blackboard Learn Login. When that happens, you guys are going to click on Kearney Junior High School. And Mr. Daniels and Mr. Long are all the way down here at the bottom. Once in, what you should see is a little bit of a change. Obviously, we're working on week 2. We're talking about prehistoric hominids. Objectives for this week: all students will complete introductory forms and be assigned groups for discussion boards, vlogs, and paper submission. Students will be asked to complete a pre-reading strategy from the Skills Handbook, page 2 of the textbook. That's going to be in your bell ringer this morning. How did the Neolithic Revolution change society? We're going to do an activity on that. Hopefully it spells it out for you, and we'll show you a little video clip that kind of compares pre-Neolithic Revolution and post-Neolithic Revolution. What was the significance of the domestication of animals and the plants to early civilization? And finally, for flipped instruction, you will be talking about who killed Otzi on Thursday. If we go to your assignment guide, we can see all of this stuff echoed here. As I scroll down, here's last week's stuff. We're finishing up these introductions because the Chromebooks didn't work very well. Make sure flipped instruction you guys are posting to that discussion board. Here are the objectives again that we just went through. Here's your bell ringer for Monday. After this week, I won't be posting the bell ringers on the assignment guide anymore. You'll be responsible for getting those from your peers. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, based on the Australopithecine Lucy, will be our song for the day. We're going to introduce Modern Monday. We're going to talk about oral traditions and murder. Then we're going to make sure that you have the syllabus and you understand how to complete those forms. Tuesday will be our activity. It's called Follow It, Farm It, and it's a fantastic little simulation, a little bit of tags, so make sure you're dressed appropriately. Then on Wednesday, we'll be looking at Mesopotamia, specifically the rise of city-states, irrigation, and governments. That note guide is going to be due on Friday, so make sure to mark your planner. Wednesday will be that www.wednesday piece again. You'll be getting a web quest and a PowerPoint lecture from Mr. Daniels. Thursday for Flipped, we'll have that Otzi discussion, and everybody else will be writing about how the Neolithic Revolution is still important today. Those will be due on Friday, and as we talked about earlier, you'll be assigned groups. Group A will be graded in depth on this assignment. What that means is that each group, we're going to have 4 groups, you're going to write a paper each week. Everyone will get checked in, and then the group that's designated, the Group A in this instance, will be the one that gets graded heavily, full feedback, written out the way it needs to be. Group B will go next week, and they will have the option of turning in their Neolithic Revolution paper or the paper that we write next week. Then finally, Formative Friday, make sure that we have our Mesopotamia note guides done together and everybody has the correct information to study for the test. Okay, back to the website here. If you click on week 2, it should give you all the documents that you're going to need for this week. Here's the the MLA formatting. Click on that and go through it. There was, for some reason, this presentation won't link in here and show you this text, so I had to go ahead and put it on a video for you. The Otzi video and introduction, click on the status over here. It'll take you right to it. Click to launch. As you can see, it'll take you to the video and tell you who is Otzi. If you're in regular world history and you want to check this out on your own, that would be great. Flipped instruction, guys, we're going to be showing this on Thursday. Next is the link to the Modern Monday crosswalk. We'll be going through that in class. Briefly, let me show you how it works. Okay, sorry about that. Obviously the link did not link, so I had to copy and paste it into the browser. I'll get that fixed for you. And here's the Modern Monday walk. This is how it works. Topics currently being studied are on the left here. I'll give you a time frame for what's happening. This is Otzi. He's roughly 3,300 BC. There's some discrepancies based on the tools that he was carrying and his location as to what time frame he comes from. And also, you have to look at carbon dating and whether you believe that to be exactly accurate or not. Most of the things about him tend to be theories. The idea, though, tends to be common. It's murder. Otzi appears to have been shot in the back with an arrow and then fled out of the village and up the mountain after having a skirmish or a violent skirmish somewhere in the range of 3 to 4 days from that time. Additionally, you get oral traditions, so future things that are going to be studied. When we go to Mesopotamia, we're going to talk about the Epic of Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh actually travels northward and kills the demon Humbaba and takes the trees so that the Mesopotamians can build their cities. Another oral tradition that comes out of this murder idea is Osiris. Osiris is killed by his brother Set and avenged by his son Horus. This helps develop the idea of the underworld in Egypt. The next one that we see is pretty regular when we talk about the Hebrews in Israel, and monotheism is going to kind of be our theme there. Cain and Abel are the two brothers. One kills the other. Some of you may know this story. Additionally, when we talk about India, we talk about the Indus River Valley, the development of everything essentially is the sacrifice of Purusha by the other gods. His arms are cut off to create people and other items is the general idea of this oral tradition. Other influential murders that we'll get to later when we go to Rome. We'll talk about Julius Caesar being assassinated in the Senate. Another key factor that kind of changes the world, a man called Jesus of Nazareth is crucified, kicking off the beginnings of the Christian cult, followed by then the conversion of the Roman world. Execution of Charles I in 1649. This is the first time where we've seen a successful challenge to the idea of divine right. Then later, in the idea of the Enlightenment, we're going to see the execution of Louis XVI of France. Additionally, we have Archduke Francis Ferdinand, who's assassinated along with his wife. That's going to be the spark that ignites World War I. The Holocaust, we're going to look at approximately 12 million people killed under the German regime. Estimates of 22 million being killed under Stalin, and we're looking at genocides and Holocaust and those sorts of entire wipeouts and how they affect us today. If you come forward to 1993 on page 1051 in your textbook, we're looking at the Rwanda genocide. Additionally, we still haven't learned our lesson in 2005. We have Sudan and Darfur, and then currently, not in your textbook, but just happening right now, there's crimes of genocide in Iraq, North Korea, and some would argue that Ferguson, Missouri is a place of murder and hate at the moment. All right, the next thing that's going to happen this week, and hopefully on Monday, is that we're going to show you some video clips from 10,000 BC. And what's going to happen is you're going to need to go in and fill out this Google form. These are going to tend to be your exit slips. One of the nice things is that they can be graded almost immediately, so Mr. Long and I can gauge your understanding very, very quickly. Secondly, it allows us to run out of time in class, and then you jump on your cell phone and go to this Google form right here. Simply put your last name, first name, choose your hour, and then answer the questions to the best of your ability. Once you've done that, click Submit. The next Google form that's been assigned to you on Modern Monday is the Google form that addresses your parents' revision of the syllabus. If you do not have the internet at home, all I need you to do is take the syllabus that I give you today, put your name at the top, have your parents sign it, make sure you have your hour, and then bring it back to us. If you do have the internet, go through the Google form with your parents, having talked about the syllabus, and fill it out appropriately. On Tuesday, you're going to be receiving a vocab list. For those of you who want to work ahead, the vocab list is posted here. When you click, it will download. There it was. It just dropped down into my downloads. I would open it up, and I can type on it. It's a Word document that you can edit. The Mesopotamia web link will be used on Wednesday. Your note guide actually is titled Greece and Rome blank note guide. That's the one that ended up being blank in my saved files, and I cannot change the name of that. Don't be fooled. It is for Mesopotamia and all other civilizations that we will do. We'll start working on that on Wednesday, followed by your Mesopotamia PowerPoint here. Again, it's a download, and then the OTSI information for our discussion on a Thursday. If you go back to the home page, that should take care of us for the week. If you have any questions, feel free to email. My email is danielsc@ksdr1.net. Thank you for listening today, and I look forward to having a great week.